Smita will join in a few minutes.
Shailendra, what is your time now?
My time right now is 11 p.m.
11 p.m. right?
Yes.
I think 11 p.m. is 2.5 hours before this. I mean, like, means 11 means 10, 9. You are 8:30 p.m. Will you be able to join for a session for a few days?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that means for a few days. I think you started. Okay, this one. You are starting only for today, theoretically speaking. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, because that other one you did not attend the background session. So that 5 sessions, whatever I am telling, MCOE and MAP. So you go to join tomorrow onwards at your time 8:30 p.m. Okay. Now you are in 11 p.m. right?
Yeah. Now it's 11 p.m.
So 8:30 p.m. Your 8:30 p.m. is my 7 a.m.
Yeah, you
so
are
you go to join. Yeah, your 8:30 p.m. So
okay.
Your 8:30 p.m. to your 9:30 p.m. you go to join for one session. Again this time 11 p.m. So 2 sessions you attend for 5 days. After that you attend only this batch. Yeah, that is the plan.
Okay, so you will begin this MCOE from tomorrow, right?
Yes, tomorrow your time 8:30.
8:30. Okay,
you are now already 11 p.m. right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow your time
8:30, right?
8:30
so
yeah.
So that is confirmed, right? In case there is some change.
That is confirmed. Did you give me your email ID?
Yeah, sure. It is shailendu.shroff.
No, you ping me here. Okay. In the chat window you can ping me here. Yeah, I got your email ID. I will send the link. Okay. Yeah. You can join. That will be a separate link. This will be a separate link. This link what you are joining now, this is a link. And that link what you are going to join at 8:30 p.m. that will be a separate link. I will send that. Okay. So who she has joined? Smita. One minute, guys.
Yeah, you can start the session, Morgan. Maybe Smita will join in the middle. Will you plan for long sessions on this weekend so that it will be faster? Like we can cover this gap. Prashant?
I'm not very keen on weekend because weekend we have got some family activities and all.
Right.
But probably on Sunday evening or something. But I would also leave it to others, Nita and Shailen. If they are also okay, I can somehow
okay, let's do one thing. Otherwise, we'll increase half an hour more extra, like in the regular sessions only. Instead of
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's better.
instead of 1 hour.
Half an hour more will not be correct. Karthik, which is Karthik?
Okay.
Next online, who is this?
Karthik. Yeah, Karthik.
Karthik, what we can do is alternate session.
Are you joining? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. See ya. Right. Yeah, she's about to join.
Okay. Once she joins, then I think probably we can tell she's okay for 2 sessions. Then okay. You are okay for Prasant?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. What about Shailendra?
Yeah, I'm okay too. I mean, if
No,
yeah,
for you it will become 3 hours then.
yeah, I know it's gonna be a lot.
Yes, one extra session is you are attending the other batch, right? Which you left here, MCOE, MAP. Yeah. Okay, then I can go. Even today I can go. Or if she, well, let's just see what Smita says.
Hello?
Yes.
No, so sorry. She has sent a different link. Can you go log on to your Yahoo Mail? And she has sent a new link. It's not the same link. Meeting number. Let me just see 1 minute. It is 871 769 485. Eight 769 485. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think today we had a new meeting ID, no? So she was waiting in that old place. Hello? Hello?
Hi, this is Smita here.
Hello, Murugan?
Yes, I am there. Smita, are you able to hear us?
Yes, Murugan.
Okay, so good to hear you here after some time. So actually what me and Prashant and Shailendra everybody was discussing is that to have 2 double sessions for 2-3 days to make last for the days lost. So that means today or tomorrow we can go, instead of 1 hour we go 2 hour session. So would that be okay for you?
No. I'm not at all okay.
Okay, no problem. So let us continue with this current one. Prashant, what do you want to say? You want to say something?
No. Yeah, okay, then if that's the case, we will stick with the regular schedule.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks guys.
So now, today I am starting with HPM, Hydrocarbon Product Management. So hydrocarbon product management is basically into 2 sessions. So 1 session the conceptual or background part, 2nd session the practice part. First I will tell you what is hydrocarbon product management. So hydrocarbon product management, basically a topic deals with temperature aspects or environmental factors in the petroleum business. So oil companies like Shell, BP and all is involved in refining, storing and the marketing of petroleum products. So these products are subject to environmental factors. Most importantly, temperature. When the temperature increases, the volume changes. Volume changes. That is the basic issue with this business. Not only temperature, other factors involved are density, pressure, like this. So many factors are there. I will show you in the system more than 162 factors are there. So most important and widely used is temperature. Now let us take a scenario. Two scenarios I am going to take. One is storing of petroleum products. I mean inventory. How do they store the petroleum products? In big tanks. I think you might have seen the oil terminal. Like these big tanks they store. Let us take one tank. These are all called terminals. Now, let us take example. Assume that the tank is empty. We take this particular tank. Take this particular tank for example in one of our terminals. Assume that the tank is empty now. Morning 6 a.m. the tank receives 10 million liters diesel. At the time, say the temperature was 21 degrees Celsius. Afterwards, we don't do anything. Lunch hours, noon time, we check the volume. The tank. If that time the temperature changes, say at 25 degrees Celsius, so the volume is 10 million liters or 11 million liters. Night, again temperature drops 20 degrees Celsius. volume changes to 9 million liters. So if you observe this phenomenon, we are taking only one particular tank. In the particular tank itself, we are checking. This is example is for example. This given illustration is for example. Okay. Morning there is a volume. Lunchtime or noon time there is a one more volume, and evening there is another volume. In the same tank, same product. We have not done anything except morning receiving the product. Okay. Now, these things happen due to day in day out in the oil industry. Okay. Now, in this additionally we may receive the product, we may dispatch the product from this tank. These are all additional complexities available. Okay. Now, how do you deal with the issue? Actually, what is the volume? That is the question. Should I say the volume inside the tank is 10 million liters? Should I say 11 million liters? Should I say 9 million liters? So what is the actual volume of the product in the tank? What will be the actual volume? Okay. So actually in oil business, this is the issue. There is nothing called actual volume. Okay. What we are supposed to do is, we are supposed to record the inventory as and when we take by maintaining temperature and the timestamp. I go to maintain morning 6 AM I check the volume. That time the volume was 10 million liter. That time the temperature was 21 degrees Celsius. Time was 6 AM. Again you go to maintain the inventory. Again at 12 o'clock. Okay. So this is, you see, the completely different from other industries. The inventory doesn't change. Inventory changes here without receipts or without stock, just with changes in temperature or environmental factors. This is a big difference in the oil business compared to other industries. Okay. So this part is called how to record this information in the system. So now we see the inventory management, which is you are all, I think, Smita and Mr. Prasant, they are all already well versed with the SAP system. So they know that. In other SAP places, how do you do? They know the difference now. In other SAP places, if you have the stock is stock. That's it. Here it is not like that. Here when you say a inventory, at what temperature, what time and temperature, both the stamp you got to record it. So there is nothing called actual volume. The volume depends on what time you are checking the volume and what is the temperature at that time. So this is called inventory management. Or silo management. So is it clear so far? How the inventory management, how it is different in oil compared to other industries? Okay.
So Murugan,
Yeah.
besides the temperature, do they look at other factors also like pressure and other things while recording the inventory?
Yes, they look at all the rather relevant factors for that particular product. I am taking temperature only for example, one factor. Okay. Wherever I am putting temperature, you go to understand that is those relevant factors for that product. For example, if you are taking for example for gas, LPG or LNG, there obviously the pressure also will be taken into account. At what pressure, right? So those things are there. So petroleum industry is having number of products. Each product is having its own product, its own parameters. What parameter it is, you need to understand in that context. Temperature is given for example, because it is one of the widely used parameters. Smita, are you okay? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting it. Yeah, I'm following you.
Yeah. Now, one more thing in this. Suppose if I am making a start register for this, what I will do? For example, I want to say what is the how I will maintain a stock register. I go to maintain opening stock. What is the opening stock that day? 9 million or 10 million liters diesel. What is the closing stock? Nine million liters. Now, our opening stock was 10 million liters diesel. Our closing stock in the night was 9 million liters. 1 million liters lost due to temperature variation. This happens in the oil industry. Today it may be a loss, tomorrow it may be a gain. So to record all this information in the oil business, what they do, they maintain some register called gain loss record. Recording of gains and losses. So this 1 million liters loss, they will post to this gain loss record or gain loss account. So this is one part of HPM. The second part,
Murugan?
dispatch. Yeah.
Yeah, so this gain loss account, is this different account head itself to manage this?
Yeah, separate a GL account they will create and manage this.
Okay.
GL account itself is different for this purpose and it is maintained by all the oil companies. It is approved by the law. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, this is one part. Second and most important part, dispatch. Dispatch of product to the customer. Okay. Dispatch means dispatch of big amount of product, maybe by rail wagon or pipeline ship. Okay. Again. 15 million liter gasoline today after noon to a customer at 27 degrees Celsius. So mine is cell, for example cell sense. Okay. Now, Shell company is sending some 15 million liters of gasoline. This big industry, let us assume, like Ford or General Motors, like that. Today noon at say at 27 degrees Celsius. With that customer tonight. It's 23 degrees Celsius and volume and this 14 million liters. The product is reaching the customer today night By the time the product reaches the customer, the temperature drops. And some wear and tear, all those reasons, the volume changes to 14 million liters. Now, cell sent 15 million liters gasoline. Customer received 14 million liters. Now, what is the quantity? Yeah. Customer will pay for. What is the quantity the customer will pay for? Will he pay for 15 million liters or 14 million liters? I think this was discussed already as part of gross net pricing. Okay. If you can recall our MA3 session, we discussed a concept called gross net. So there are two solutions for that internally. One is called the gross. Gross means customer pays for 15 million liters. Our concept is net. Okay. Convert the quantity to net temperature. Net temperature is 15 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Maybe we are getting 14.5 million liters. Now, second option is net. Net means convert the quantity, that is 15 million liters, to a net temperature. Net temperature is 15 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So 15 degrees Celsius will be used. These are internationally used temperatures. You and me are not deciding. Okay, these are all used in the oil business. 15 degrees Celsius is used in case of liters. 60 degrees Fahrenheit is used in case of gallons. So now when I am converting this 15 million liters to 15 degrees Celsius, assume that the quantity is 14.5 million liters. The customer pays for this, that is called net. It is not 14 point, in fact it will become like say 13.5. Okay. So this concept we got already seen in part of gross net. Now, okay, up to this it is clear what is gross net. How to do that I am going to tell you.
So Murugan, this who is going to decide that customer is going to pay on gross or net? It is on the for the customer's terms and conditions, which quantity they are going to pay?
Yeah. Generally speaking, for big customers it is always on net because they have more this one. So the mostly it happens by way of agreement between the customer and the supplier.
Okay.
They decide of the initial only. That is most of the cases. Sometimes what happens, there is legal restrictions also. What is legal restriction? In countries like Russia, you are supposed to always bill the customer on net temperature, not on your temperature. It is legal there. Legal also. Okay. In some countries it is legal to do on the net. Okay. So mostly for like retail outlet or gas station customer, these issues doesn't come. Even if there is a small variation of 10 or 15 liters, they don't bother. But here the quantity is huge and the players involved are big, so they are bothered about that. So mostly it is between agreement between customer and buyer, seller and customer, and sometimes due to legal restrictions also. Okay. And if the supplier is a monopoly in a particular market, obviously he will not go for net, he will go for gross. Okay, sometimes that is also happening. Okay. So it depends on the scenario. Most of the cases you can take it for your understanding that it happens between the agreement or contract between seller and buyer. That is what determines. Initial round of discussions determine all these things. Okay. So far it is clear. Shailendra, are you okay so far?
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay, good. Now, our question, gross is a simple thing. Just what is applied we pay for. Net is actually issue. Now, how to do the conversion? What are the information you know as far you are concerned? Second thing is net. I have told you convert the quantity. How to do the conversion? Who is going to do that? Okay. So what are all we know? We know the product or material. What is our product we know? What is our quantity we know? What is our temperature we know? Density we know, pressure, all these factors we are all aware. Right. Product, material, quantity, temperature, density, pressure, all these things we are all aware. Now, I know my product is 15 million liters at say 27 degrees Celsius. How to convert to 15 degrees Celsius? For that, you need to undertake a quantity conversion package or software. Either you go to install in your system or you go to have linked with that server. Quantity conversion software. Now, where all you get the quantity conversion software? API. What is the API? American Petroleum Institute. They are having quantity conversion software packages. Either you can purchase them, keep it in your server, or you can link it to their servers online. This is API. Then there is something called the ASTM. American Society for Testing of Materials. Then AGA, American Gas Association. These are the people involved with this quantity conversion licenses, Europeans, softwares and all those things majorly. Apart from these institutes, so many other organizations are involved. So what the implementation people can do, they can, if it is available as a package, they can purchase the package and install along with the SAP server, or they can make a live server connection to this servers, do the quantity conversion. At least API is concerned, generally they don't sell it. What they do, they allow you to make a connection to their servers, so that you give the input what you know the product, quantity, temperature and all. They tell you what is the converted quantity. Now, there is a quantity conversion software, either in system or online. There you give your input, product, material, quantity, temperature, density, pressure and all. It converts, it converts in your required temperature, volume and all, density and all, and gives you back the converted quantity. If you want at 15 degrees Celsius, it will convert. If you want at 20 degrees Celsius, it will convert. Whatever you want, you are telling to be converted, it will convert and give back to you. So that is a process called quantity conversion process. So how that happens? At the time of creating delivery document, or goods issue document. This quantity conversion happens. Somebody is already aware of sales process, sales order, delivery, billing is the process. At the time of creation of delivery, this one happens, quantity conversion happens. Is it clear how this quantity conversion happens? What is the dispatch process? So there is an interface for this purpose. 1 minute, person. There is an interface for this purpose that is called quantity conversion interface. Yeah, now you can go ahead. Yes.
So from SAP, how do you call this interface? Is it a BAPI?
Yes, if it is a server access, online service access, it is a BAPI.
And do you know the name of the BAPI?
BAPI, I don't know the full name, but it starts with the QCI. You can put it in the system and check it.
So
you
what?
can go to transaction code BAPI and put to QCI, you will get that. Yeah.
Okay, QCI.
Yeah. Smita, are you following?
Yes.
Shailendra?
Yeah.
So regarding our servers are concerned, our servers are training servers. So there is some inbuilt calculations available by SAP ISIL. Based on that calculations, we will be getting the results, because we are not connecting to real-time quantity conversion interface servers. Okay. So that is the limitation what we are having in this training. But the process, everything, it is, we are going to see in this system how it is working. Now, I have told you the concept. I will show you some more theoretical points. So I will show you some more PPT documents. So hydrocarbon product management basically involves with two portions. One is quantity conversion, another one is shallow or inventory management. So out of this, the most important is quantity conversion. Quantity conversion converts volume, masses and energy at ambient conditions. We see the parameters now into volumes, masses and energy values at a standard condition. In addition, the quantity conversion application of program calculates density and heating value at a standard condition. External programs, that is the API, ASTM tables, can be used for calculating complex oil volume correction factor and natural gas compression factor. Shallow management system provides functionality for managing physical inventories in tanks by creating tank sets. Usually in comparing those inventories at any time with the book stock. That way gains and losses can always be determined and goods movement can be monitored. So oil quantity conversion, gas quantity conversion, oil and gas quantity conversion, the configuration, settings, everything same, except that for natural gas, the gas quantity conversion routines are, the tables are different than oil quantity conversion tables. Oil and gas quantity conversion in the purchasing cycle, oil and gas quantity conversion in sales cycle, oil and gas quantity conversion in PD. Oil and oil products are bulk products in liquid form that are processed and shipped in large quantities by the oil industry. Even in the smallest fluctuation in temperature can result in considerable fluctuation in volume. And yes, result is a significant fluctuation in value. This is what the point. Okay. So if you want to measure density equal to mass by volume. Oil quantity conversion allows volume at ambient temperature and densities at test temperature to be converted into densities, volumes, masses at standard temperature. What is the standard temperature? It is generally 15 degrees Celsius or 6 degrees Fahrenheit. Unit of measure group, oil conversion group. This is what that screen looks like, quantity conversion screen in SAP. If you see on the top, we are giving some basic information, material, plant quantity, and in the left side we go parameters which we know, material temperature, test temperature, gravity, meter correction factor, all those things. On the right side the converted quantities, the conversion is happening in barrels, gallons, all these things. Air branch factor, gas quantity conversion, these things are physics, you can read.
So
Interfaces, yeah.
the previous screen, Murugan,
Yeah.
that SAP the QCI screen. So which is this T code? Is it a material master T code?
No, this is actually a calculator. Okay. So the calculator, there is a functionality in the calculator in the SPRO. I will show you in the system. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See the oil quantity conversion, how it happens in the purchasing cycle. Purchase contract, purchase order, goods movement to invoice derivation. At the time of goods movement, this happens. This is the gain loss I was telling you. Okay.
And what is the appendix here?
Yeah, appendix is your that gain loss record. Okay. Gain loss record. I will show you that.
Okay.
Okay. I will come back to the earlier point. Okay, I think I will come to that after only 2 slides are there. I will come to that. If I got to introduce a term called book quantity and actual quantity, I will tell you what is that. Okay, I will introduce that term. In case of sales cycle, in delivery, if this one happens, okay, whatever is the quantity conversion happens in delivery, it gets copied to the invoice. In purchase and sales, both in delivery, this happens. Yeah. Now, I got taken 2 examples. One is inventory, other one is dispatch. Now, using that, I will explain what is your inventory management in oil industry. What is a quantity conversion? Both I will explain. Now I will mix up the two and tell you what is that. What is, I want to introduce one more terminology called actual stock and book stock. I will again take the same tag for your example. So take the same tank. So take for example, today morning the tank receives 10 million liters (21°C). During the day, again tank receives 2 million